Today we have a birdhouse made by Nature's Way. We'll talk about all the components that come with this birdhouse, how they work, and if birds are even attracted to this house. So to begin with, these houses come in either cedar or in bamboo. This one is in cedar. Both cedar and bamboo can be naturally rot resistant and bug resistant, but Nature's Way has put on a protective water-based finish to add more protection to these houses. On the outside we have an 1.5 inch predator guard. The wood is 3/4 inches thick on all sides of the birdhouse, including the roof. The roof is also made out of wood, it just has a dark finish on it. This house is put together with rust resistant screws, which we have 2 screws on top of the roof, 4 in the front, 1 on the side, 6 screws on the back, and no screws where the door opens. For air ventilation, there are slots underneath the roof on each side, and for water drainage there are holes on each corner of the floor. The dimensions of this birdhouse is 12 inches high, on the side 6 inches, on the front 5.5 inches. On the sides the roof overhang is 1 inch, and on the front it is 2 inches. So on the inside of this birdhouse we have a viewing window. This hook screw on the bottom, you turn to the side and your window slides on out. You get a wire mesh screen that is rust resistant, and you get an extra predator guard that's 1 9/16 inches. If you need to change this 1.5 inch predator guard with the 1 9/16 inches predator guard, what you need is a small screwdriver that will fit in between these 2 walls, so you can get at these 2 screws just above these 3 fledging screws. If you don't have a small screwdriver, then you have to take out these 2 screws on top of the roof and the 4 screws in front of the birdhouse. By unscrewing these 6 screws, the front should come off. Now you're able to unscrew these 2 screws that hold in the 1.5 inch predator guard. And that 1.5 inch predator guard will come right off. If you have any trouble, all you need to do is tap it with something. Just give it a little tap and it will fall off. You take your 1 9/16 inch predator guard, line your 2 holes. This is already 1 9/16 inches. You just line the 2 holes up until you feel no rim. And once you have those 2 holes lined up, you can start to screw in those 2 screws. And then you have an 1 9/16 inches opening. Now to screw this back on, you want to expose these screws a little bit above the surface, and what that will do is allow these screws that are sticking up to already fit into the holes that the front of the birdhouse was screwed into. So you slide the front around until you get all 4 screws. Then what you may want to do is just screw these in a little bit more with your hand. just to make sure that you have everything lined up. And once you do, you just screw everything back together again. And all that's left to do is to find a place to hang it, and you can do that by screwing 2 screws up top here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill 2 holes on the bottom here and screw it on top of a post. So this is one of the houses that I've had before, and all I did was drill a couple holes in the bottom, and then I mounted it by screwing in a screw here and a screw there and attached it to the pole. So all that's left to do is put in the mesh screen, which controls blowfly, which I don't know if it actually does. If anything, it helps keep the nest above the floor a bit to keep it more drier. But what you'll notice is this mesh screen will be embedded in the whole nest, and if you don't remember that you have a mesh screen, you could throw out the mesh screen with the nest, because it's, like I say, it's embedded in with the nest. And then you just light up your viewing window, which I find is handy, and that's about it.